And we're back. Alright, let's bounce out of here. Again, we're not taking that stuff. We leave it behind. Hope that we can come back for it later. If we lose out on that stuff, yes, that's a decent amount of money there, but it's not like thousands of dollars. It's like maybe $1,000, if that. So, it sucks, but we just scammed this place out of like retarded loot. So we're fine. If we can find a place to sell nearby, that would be awesome. But remember, we need to be back in our base by the 30th, I want to say, to put someone on a quest. So first things first. How long will it take to get there? Only a day and 15 hours, and that's going the retarded long way. I think if we cut through here, it'll probably be faster. We just haven't opened up that path. So let's work in that direction, shall we? We'll come back to Rotten Cave later. We got these overgrown caverns here. And as you can see, we got something going on in our kingdom. So let's actually get back to here. We'll sell stuff off. And we can rest there too. So that'll be fine. Awesome. What's up, peeps? Entrez-vous, kind sure. We have a merchant right here. A trader. So we can just go inside any of our villages and trade. Oh, excuse me. This is a town, not a village. Point is, we can still trade here. I don't know that it gets a different
We have a moment of respite.
map. I don't think so. Now that it's a town, looks like the same damn thing. But we'll see. So we're gonna sell our junk, and you have this button here. Normally it's on this where it says non-magical and other. Other is like jewels and shit like that. If it's magical, you can't sell it by highlighting all these things. All the magical stuff's still here, so you have to specifically say, no, I don't want this magic, whatever. But since we know we didn't want any of these things, maybe check to make sure you don't have like a cool necklace or like a specific gem that you want to keep for yourself. Because it will sell shit that you don't want to sell. So keep an eye out. Like for example, I want to keep one of those short swords. Remember? I have a spell, I'm not using it lately, but I have a spell that can summon 6 goblins. It's level 2. And to use that spell, it takes a short sword to cast it. Funny thing is once those goblins die, they leave a bunch of short swords behind. So again, it just gives you your short swords back, and you got stuff that you can still sell. Now I have this Vengeance of the Meek. I don't want it. No one's going to use that damn sling staff. No one's strong enough to use it. For one, that's a ranged attacker. So there's no point. But that would have been a solid weapon for Eldritch Archer, by the way. This is a subclass of the Magus, which is kind of like what I am, but I'm a sword saint. Here's the Crimson Counselor. Oh, I didn't even see we got that. We'll look at that here in a second. Here's a punching dagger +2. Let's just chuck that. We're keeping the dagger, cold iron dagger. We're keeping the cloak. And I think that's probably all we really found there that we wanted to sell off. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's actually look first at that Crimson Counselor. I didn't even realize we picked that up. I don't know where we got it. This is the Crimson Counselor quarterstaff. So, I can't use it. I mean, I could equip it, but it would be bad for me. Remember, I'm married to having a longsword in my hand. I'm a sword saint. I specifically picked one weapon. It could have been a staff. I did not pick a staff because staffs suck. Well, not suck, but they're not great. But I picked longsword. So I have to have at least a longsword in my hand to benefit from all the cool shit that I get for being a sword saint. I could give it to someone else, like our monk. Remember our monk here? She's a 1-level monk and 11 levels of monster tactician, which is a subclass of the Inquisitor. That's how she summons all those monsters. So we have, as you can see, a quarterstaff here, so we might as well equip it. And that's what this one is. Okay, so she now has a quarterstaff in hand. Notice that it's a monk weapon, and she still gets flurry of blows. Notice how much more damage she does with it. She has power attack, probably, and as such, she does extra damage based on her penalty. So if you look at this, you see power attack -3. That means she's getting +6 to her damage. But wait, why is it going from 8 then, Brother Mutant, all the way to 13? Well, here's the trick on that. For power attack to work, if it's a two-handed weapon, instead of being -1 + 2 ratio, so again, -3 should be +6, it's a -1 + 3 ratio. So again, -3 + 9. But again, why is it 13 then, Brother Mutant? Well, she still has a strength mod, and she gets a bonus besides for other stuff because it's like a magic quarterstaff. So again, pushing her up and over. But that's a solid weapon for her. Now, obviously, we rest, you'll even do more damage because her strength will go up because she's pretty exhausted right now. but she can have a really good hit with this thing. And again, still get 3 attacks around with that shit. And the best part is look what it can do. It's got a fire gemstone in it, and this is why. The fire gemstone allows you to cast a fireball spell either 2 times a day, because it takes 3 charges. Every day it has 6 charges. 3 charges can cast a fireball spell, so you can do that twice a day. Or you can cast Scorching Ray, which takes 2 charges, and do that 3 times a day. Or 1 of each, and then still have 1 charge left that's just useless. But whatever. Point is, it's up to you. So basically, free spells is my point. And that's awesome. So again, we'll let her toy with that for a little bit. It'll allow her to start a combat with a fireball spell. Just to be a straight up dick to the bad guys. That's an awesome upgrade. And look how much that thing is actually worth, too. That's not that bad. 4,500 bucks. Now we have her quarterstaff we don't need anymore, so we might as well just straight up sell that. That's this guy right here. And again, I want to just go through this to see if there's anything we wanted to sell. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright. So, we did that. Now, we wanted to rest. Because everyone's whining. I'm tired. I want to do something. So now they're all rested up. And we can go check on our kingdom. I think we still have time to dilly-dink around, but we don't have much time. I'll show you what I mean. Go to your little tab down here. First, there was something that we needed to check on. Dorraj training, passed. Nice. We also have, holy hell. Okay, first let's actually teleport to our base, because it looks like we have some stuff to do. So, get out here, click on this, like you're going to go inside, and it'll give you the teleport option now that we have teleportation circles or mage towers in almost all of our towns and cities and villages. So we want to go to Dorraj, the main capital. Accept, and now we're already here. Enter. Throne room. Jubilos, first off, wanted to talk to us. I know that, so he's probably they're pissed off like crazy. Which is funny because he was on the team with us, but still, whatever. What you got to say for yourself, Juby? Amazing, you managed to save your barony from an invasion of monsters from the First World, but you were not able to protect it from the attention of the First World's more powerful denizens. Believe it or not, but Betchawana has been chosen as the next location of the Inconsequent debates. Now this one's fun. Knowledge World check passed. I've heard about them. Strange entertainments held on Galarian by Fey Lords from the First World. Strange tests with various unique rewards. Your knowledge is, well, pleasantly surprising. It's true the Inconsequent debates are anything but debates. They say that the eldest once made a bet. No one knows where it was, but sometimes one or another of them sends a delegation of Fey to Galarian. Here they hold insane competitions for those who volunteer to enter, and present the winners with whimsical awards. The contests and the reward are different every time, although every time is a stretch. Only 3 such occasions are known over thousands of years. Anyway, it's happened again, and this time the reward is a chance to ask any question whatsoever of the host, the competition's mastermind. This creature, whoever it is, speaks on behalf of the eldest. Do you see why we can't miss such a chance? I don't tell me. Just think, we have an opportunity to ask a question of the host, the messenger of the self-appointed deities of the First World, and demand an answer. The gnomes originally ventured from the First World, lost their immortality because of it, and received our curse in exchange, the bleaching. No one has discovered the reason for it, and none can stave off its consequences, but if we manage to win the competition, he could ask about the bleaching, see if there's a cure. That's awesome. Do you know anything about these debates, or are we completely in the dark here? You never know what mad ideas the Fae might have cooked up. I only know one condition. The only teams of 3 are allowed to participate. Okay. Who do you think we should take as our third? I think we should take Lindsay. Something tells me Fae are not likely to hold competitions in rope pulling or beer drinking, but the skills of a bard might come in handy. Besides, we should give the young lady a chance to channel some of that energy. Can participating be dangerous? Considering that the Fae are involved, absolutely. But if the chronicles are true, no one has died in any previous debate. We can't pass up such an opportunity. I agree to participate. Great, I'll mark the spot on your map where the competition will take place. The sooner we arrive there, the better. The Fey Lords won't wait forever, so obviously a quest that must be done now. Or ish. Probably within the week. But that's cool. Price of curiosity. That's awesome. Alright, so we did the visitor thing. Let's actually handle this mess. Lindsay can do that one right now. Probably that. He's busy. Probably Octavia. Nope, actually put Octavia in this one. Go back. And put Keston on that one. And then Valerie. Damn it, Valerie needs to be on all. God damn it. There's a lot here. Okay, guys, so first we have new settlers. Valerie's the only one that can do this. I'm going to put her on that for now. Just taking a look at it. We're not going to solidify this shit in stone. This one can only be done by Reg. That's why we want to be back before the 1st. So on the 30th, remember, we have to be back home so that we can take him. We'll pass his check, hopefully. We'll scum save it, of course. And then we'll put him on this one. So I don't have to worry about that one. So the only one to worry about then is this one right now. And everyone's busy doing that. But, see, she's done 10 days, no joy there. And her or Jubilos. Oh, okay, so if we wait a day, Jubilos would be available. And then we can put Jubilos on this one or Lindsay. And see, the green swatch on Lindsay means that she's preferred. So if we take Lindsay off of this one, in a day we can put Jubilos on that one. So we'll put Lindsay, oops. Put Lindsay on this one here. Okay, so just to recap, everyone's in the spot except for this one, which will be Jubilos when he frees up, and then in 3 days we'll put him on this one. So probably will be Jubilos and Reg will put on this one and this one on the 30th. That's more than enough time to handle all the stuff that just showed up. So let's start all these things. Give him a coin because he has a real bad chance of passing. He's okay at 65. She's good at 80. How did we do? We got an 80. We got a 55, 65, 65, 80, and a 70, which is going to be passed in 3 days probably. And he's going to straight up do it. Oh, and this will give us more BP a week. Hell yeah. We're doing real well for our BP in a week. I'm getting real proud of our team. Let's actually do a quick save on that mess. And we have any other regions? Curses. He's working on a curse. Curse will be done in 2 days. So, again, 3 days to do what we need to do. Can we do it?
Follow if you dare.
I think we can. First off, we got all that stuff that we picked up. Who would benefit from having that shield? Arrow guard. This one here. Where's our Inquisitor? Other Inquisitor. Yeah, she's got a level up too. So you see this light shield +2? She has a really kick-ass bone shard that does, it's a one-handed spear called a short spear. And it does negative energy damage instead of physical damage, which is awesome. She uses a shield in conjunction with that, but it's only a +2 shield. Chuck that piece of shit. Here's your +4 shield. Bam, even better. And against ranged attacks, it gets even 3 more points higher. So she's at a 31 armor against ranged attacks coming her way. That's baller. That's a really solid frontline guy. Why is that important? Because again, why would you want to fend off arrows peppering your main tank when she's up there meleeing it up, right? So that solves that problem. Now, we do have a level up for her. Anyone else? No, so let's just take care of her. Inquisitor, she's going Inquisitor all the way. Now she gets her Stalwart. This is the one that, again, she's using light, medium, or no armor, which she always does. She gets to reduce damage from Fortitude or Will saves if she makes the check, which is awesome. So again, maxing out those stats that we care about, and then from there, what you feel. Oh, no, actually I want to put one in mobility. I always try to get mobility to 3. If I ever have to fight defensively, this is an extra armor class bump by having mobility to 3. No higher than that. Cancel. I'll go to the next. Okay, here we go. Replace spells. Anything that she needs to replace. All those look good to me. Keep all spells. This is something, by the way, I think that I have that you don't. The replacing spells, I think that's part of my mod. If not, kudos, because that's an amazing ability. If you don't have it, then this is why. Feat. Improved cleaving finish. Okay, so now this was what we were making her to be. See this one? She has great cleave. She has cleave. She has cleaving finish. And now she has improved cleaving finish. So that's a lot, and plus power attack, of course, too. That's a lot of fucking shit just to get this one ability. But now watch this. Cleaving finish can... you can use cleaving finish any number of times per round. What does that mean? Well, here's cleaving finish right here. If you make a melee attack and your target drops to 0 or fewer hit points, basically you kill somebody as a result of your attack, you can make another melee attack using your highest base attack bonus against another opponent within reach. You can make only one extra attack per round with his feet. That's cleaving finish. So basically I kill you, then I swing at your friend. But improved cleaving finish works this way. I kill you, I swing at your friend. I kill your friend at that same swing, I swing at your next friend. As long as there's guys within a circle of you, every time you kill somebody, it's attack, 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 until someone doesn't die from the attack. So this is why she's awesome. And she has a really good weapon for that. Not the spear, but I'm going to keep doing it. The scythe is her main weapon of choice. And that thing crits for like ×3 or ×4 damage or something ridiculous. Okay, level 1 spell. This is probably our last spell here. So make it count. It's always nice to be able to attack at range. So a spell randomly that's just screaming at somebody. Yes, it's maybe lame damage, but you know what? 5d6 is still 5d6. And if that's all it takes to dunk one guy down, sometimes you just need a move that's an auto hit move. A level 4. Now she has Death Ward and the ability to heal herself. Remember, she's also undead. This Inquisitor is. But she has Death Ward and Inflict Critical. I could get Cure Critical for her so she can heal the team, but screw that. Restoration is a solid choice. Stone Skin's good. Hold Monster's not bad. Freedom of Movement. Divine Power means she'll do more damage. Let's get Divine Power. That's a fun one. Nice. And her spells are automatic. So when you do the spell book thing, she just has castings per day. So she's what you call a spontaneous caster. Now, feel good about that. Is there anything I need to put away here? Okay, see how we have an ancient scrap here? Boom, boom. I'm banking dollars to donuts that's not enough. 5 of them. It's probably not enough. But we have these guys now. And I don't have any more of those. I do have a Fallen Warrior's boot. And a charred screwdriver with the Technically brand. These Time Worn stuff, these are from the Tenebris depth, so I want to keep those with me. So yeah, it looks like we got everything we want here. Okay, I'm going to go sell that shield, I suppose. Well, and also we can go talk to him, the storyteller. This will give us the ability to trade in some stuff. Coin, stuff. Okay. Just a little money. Nothing fancy. It's just a little bit of extra cash. Oh, and I like how our city's starting to build up. You see that? I kind of fast forwarded through that, but next time we come here and you see the map, it's pretty huge. When we make a third town, or get a third town, I'm not sure if we make one or get one, but when we make a third town, I think we finally get the ability then to make a city. And again, your city should be your capital, I think, by default. I don't know that it has to be, but it should be. I mean, come on, it's the capital. So, on you. But, definitely fun. Sell to this guy real quick. I'm getting back up in money again, not so much. But, again, we're packing most of our food with us and a crap ton of potions, so you're seeing that we're going to have weight issues here before too long. But having said that, we're ready to go. Quick save. Bounce out of here. Oh, he said he wanted to take Lindsay, right? This is a threesome now, so we actually have to take him. We have to take... Oh, hell, Harem's leveled up. I didn't catch that. Where the hell's Lindsay? level up Harem. Didn't even notice that. Level 11 Cleric. Go Harem. Perception or Religion. Sure, why not? What's he been working on? Extra Channeling. Love and Focus. Blind Fighting. Blind Fighting is a staple, and he's a level 11 Cleric, so you need to redo his spell book. To give him magical investments are always fun. Alright, and ooh, Banshee Blast. Can hurt your team. Interesting. Or Harm. Now this is a melee touch attack, but his strong. And again, his melee touch attacks are usually based on your strength. So his ability to walk over and touch you on the shoulder. He can actually do 110 points of damage to a target. I'll put that there. From there, Cold Ice Strike is a solid spell. It's a fast cast spell, swift action I should say. So he can literally shoot that spell off and still have a chance to do something in a combat round. Which is pretty baller. Chains of Light is a nice conjuration paralysis spell. Slightly different in that it's a reflex save versus a will save. Undeath to Death, if you really find a lot of undead, there you go. Plague Storm. I don't even know what that one does. Heal is a solid choice though too. Let's get Harm, let's get Heal. That sounds good. Alright, just enough to have him good to go. Remember when you have mercenaries like this, never click the X. It makes them permanently disappear. So we want Lindsay, we want Juby. And this is it. So where the debates are at. First things first, I think we're overweight. Oof, we're like right there. Wow. Okay. Well, it's alright. One camping and we'll burn up those 3 rations because we're not going to have anyone hunt. Where are your debates at? Mysterious Shrine. Inconsequent debates. Okay, so now see, here's my problem. I never made a teleport circle there. See how stupid I am? But if we were to click, here's the closest we can get. Click here. Takes 20 hours to get there, right? So let's teleport to here, Tatzelford. And now click on this, and how long does it take? 1 day. So this is even farther because you're going through the trees. I just wanted to prove to myself that this is the fastest path. Teleport to Doraville. And then back again to here, like I said. At least it's the fastest. So it'll take a day to get there and a day to get back. So it'll be the 28th, 29th when we get back, around the 30th maybe, but the 30th is the key. So straight there and straight back is our goal. And that's cool. I'm fine with that, actually. That's actually pretty much good timing. Alright. And that's just letting us know that Jubilos did his thing. 4 BP a week. Might as well put him on that event. Remember, one's for Reg only. The other one's for Reg or him. I'll give him a coin because I want to make sure that shit passes. And then this one is a problem that Reg can only handle, and he's only available on the 30th. So it's the bare minimum chance to him pass that shit. But man, we're full up again. That's awesome. Okay. Anyway. Oh, we need to save. And we're going inside. How are we going to do this, guys? I don't think we need to attack anything. Having said that, we do have spells that buff us for like skill checks and shit. Hello. Nerd Zottenrappel. A very pale gnome with dull, brittle hair is scribbling something busily on a small scroll. Now looking up as you approach. Ah, here you are at last. Go read the rules quickly. They're posted a little further along. The other teams already arrived a while ago. The host said we'll start as soon as you show up and read the rules. Of course, I'm famous enough for my admirers to follow my every move, but still, I'd like to know, how did you know we were coming? The gnome shrugs. The host said so. Well, are you going to keep wasting time? Read the rules and we'll start. Fair enough. Attend the debates. And first, what we got here? We got a kobold. Some critters. We got Giant Frog 1 and 2 and Nerd Zottenroppel. That's the one that was just talking to us. We got Sir Alfrey. Temple Guard. Okay. What's our map look like? Alright, first off, let's do that buff like I was talking about. So, I don't know that strength is going to play a part in any of this, but it never hurts to be prepared. So we'll get me and Jubilost up for strength. And then from there, just because I'm psycho, I'm going to prepare my weapon. Oh, Lindsay Love. Oh, why aren't they... What the hell? They're not on my team? Okay, we got, let's see, we got 1, 2, or 3. Does it matter which one we read? I guess we'll do the middle one. Jubilost fixing his glasses. Jubilost looks at the paper describing the rules. Well, let's see. I'll read out loud so that everyone can hear. Rules of the Inconsequent debates. Here to be added later. I see the authors didn't overtrain themselves. So the rules, item 1, obey the host in everything. Item 2, come in triplets. Item 3, no fighting, no killing each other, even temporarily, even if you really want to, even if you apologize later. Okay. Item 4, most important one, the participant must say tentacles at least every 10 words. What? What's this nonsense? I expected to see tentacles. I mean, a description of the rules of the tentacles. Wait, what the? Am I really talking about tentacles all the time now? He got cursed. Jubilost turns his head from side to side, throws his hands in the air as if trying to close his mouth. Dora, I'm not joking. This is some kind of tentacles. It is making me say tentacles every few words. Perception 20. Examine the rules. Something is obviously wrong here. Perception check succeeded. It's not difficult to see that the text of the last item of the rules is a little different than the other. It looks like someone just added it in, vaguely copying the style. 45 XP. The last rule has been added to the others. I would say someone inserted it on purpose in Charms of the Scroll somehow. It looks like someone's idea of a tentacles. I'll find the Joker and make him eat my tentacles. Ugh, this indignation and bombs. Then he'll know what tentacles means. Jubilost grabs his head. What am I to do? If this doesn't stop, tentacles won't be able to participate in the tentacles. We used to play a game at the academy where we had to make a song and repeat a word every few lines. Let me try. How might I look impeccable when I keep saying tentacles? To do so, I would recommend holding out a tentacle to your friend. This is not funny. Are you saying the last tentacles was him? The last rule was written in? Some other tentacles must have done it. Participant! We need to find whoever tentacles this immediately. Then let them get these tentacles from me. Don't worry, I'll question everyone here and identify the trickster. Don't worry about anything. I'll go run to the host and ask him a few questions for my book. It'll buy you some time. You start looking for whoever's responsible for this. Well, my money's on the kobold. The little kobold raises his little snout at, find the culprit. The little kobold raises his little snout at you. Greetings! Are you participating in the debates too? The kobold brightens. Yes, participate. I participate. What is this I hear? A kobold, a fellow tribesman of unforgettable Tartuk, damn his tentacles, has decided to participate in the debates. Kobold, participate! The little kobold is very proud of himself. Why do you have these jerboas here? That's these two things, I think. Kobold lowers his head. Faye, say, need 3. I know 3. I know friends. Wanted to go very much. Caught this jump mice. Now we are 3. Participate. That's his team of 3. Is him and his 2 jerboas. It's like a spell was cast over my friend. And it's like a spell was cast over my friend when he read the rules. Did anything like that happen to you? I don't read. Gnome help me. Read for me. Aloud. But then scream. I scared. So what do you want to ask the host if you win? I dragon. I'll become dragon. Kobolds are always trying the same thing. They're so in the D&D lore anyway. I'm assuming Pathfinder's similar. In the D&D lore, kobolds are considered draconic-like beings. Clearly, they're not dragons. They're not even close to dragons, but they know enough to know that they're like dragons, that they want to be one. So you'll find common themes in most games are. You'll come across a kobold who has wings because he's trying to mutate himself or magic himself into being a dragon so they can be cool like the dragons. They're usually like the minions of some dragons, and usually the dragons treat them like shit, which is kind of crappy, but whatever. Alright, so it's clearly not him. See you. Bye, buddy. How about we talk to Sir Alfrey? Greetings, I am Sir Alfrey, loyal follower of the tentacles of Iomine. Knight, noble, and crusader from Mendev. Tentacles. Oh yes, my knightly motto used to be courteous even in death, but I'm afraid it must now be changed to severing the tentacles of evil. Okay. In just a few phrases, he managed to pour more pomposity on us than I can manage in a week. Quite a talent. The tentacles of evil. And why is it that you want to change the motto, sir? You see, upon my arrival, I immediately went to read the tentacles of the event, but a guile already had me in its tentacles. The rules were charmed, and everyone who reads them must say tentacles every so often, which is happening to me just now. Tentacles. If I can't get rid of this affliction, at least tentacles, I can make it into my motto. Did you try to talk to the host about it? I did, in the name of tentacles, but Faye thinks that cheating within the rules is tentacles and perfectly appropriate. As a true knight, I must overcome these tentacles resolutely. Well, alright. Do you have any idea who could have done this to the rules? It was done by one of the participants who allowed their tentacles to guide their heart, including you and me and my tentacles. 4 teams of 3 arrived. I swear by my tentacles, my service to you, the most honest Iamade, would never allow such tentacles, nor would I suspect you and your outstanding companions, noble tentacles all. Look for the villain among the other 2 teams. So you're a Mendevian crusader. Truly spoken. I hope you have heard about our glorious tentacles. Our order fights demons fearlessly, preventing their tentacles from spreading across the world. You don't often meet an Asmer in these lands. Asmers are not so uncommon in our tentacles. Celestials are known to aid Mendevian crusaders in our war against the demons. Sometimes this camaraderie sparks a tentacle. I mean, personal attraction. But just the presence of a holy celestial nearby can sometimes cause the birth of an Asmer child. See? Easy as tentacles. Are you participating in the debates? I most certainly am. By my tentacles. I've come here to carry out the will of my tentacles and set a good example for my tentacles. And possibly to find a new way to fight tentacles, that is, demons. If I win, the Fae might answer all my tentacles. I think I have to go. Before you leave, let me ask you, in the name of tentacles, don't consider it idle curiosity. What need brought you to the tentacles debate? That would be tentacles. Oh, Desta, help me. I meant that would be tentacles. It was I who requested the Baron's help in this tentacles. Victory would allow us to find out what made tentacles gnomes. What made gnomes leave the first world. I see you're fallen victim of the same affliction as tentacles. Oh, brother in arms. The knight's voice is filled with heartfelt solidarity. Indeed, but it shan't prevent me from receiving an answer to my tentacles. As you probably know, after leaving the first world, my kin suffer from tentacles, from the bleaching. I seek a way to end this terrible, terrible tentacles. In that case, I wish you worthy rivals good tentacles, and in the name of truth, justice, and tentacles. That's never getting old. Alright, the Nerd Zottenrappel and 2 frogs. Guess they did the same thing. The pale gnome reads aloud enthusiastically, and the young wizard desperately thrashed about in his fetters, but all in vain. The shoots of the plants held him tightly. The nymph, cruel and beautiful, sneered at him, and immediately what? Made the frogs talk. Cool. Immediately anything. The left frog is mocking the right one. Does this book ever end? I thought the wizard would die in the last chapter while he was running from the horde of unicorns through fields of giant flytraps. That's the wizard that has the unicorn horn I think we're trying to find. Oh, like you understand anything about literature, you stupid toad. The gnome looks at you. Hello again, travelers. It seems I haven't introduced myself. I'm Nerd Zottenrappel, and these 2 idiots are my brothers, VR and Luar. So, wait, a knowledge world check. You suffer from the bleaching, don't you? She is dying from the bleaching. Jublas' voice is grim. It's alright. I've still got a fair bit of fight left in me. The Zottenrappels don't go down easy. Nerd smiles cunningly. My brothers and I lost our color long ago, but death still hasn't taken us. So what did the nymph immediately do to the wizard? It's too much to tell. She keeps him hostage for another 4 chapters. I like it when it's more like real life. In this author's book, he escapes from the evil wizard in 5 minutes. Why are you calling those frogs your brothers? These fools wear the rules, and the rules are charmed. Nerd's colorless and dim eyes flare up with a mad and joyful fire. Anyone who reads them turns into a frog. So now I have 2 frog brothers. I guess I'll leave them as they are. When else will I ever have a chance to laugh so much? And why are they both frogs? Did they read them together? Yes, Nerd responds quickly. Nah, the frog on the right says happily. Shut up, Luar. Of course we did. We read them and we transformed. Now we're sitting and croaking. The little kobold said one of you helped him read the rules. Yeah, that's true, but he wasn't trying to read the frog rules. They're different on every pole. One turns you into a frog, another makes you say tentacles, and the third one makes you scream like crazy. Hilarious, right? Not remotely. Are you participating in the debates? Sure, although really we're just here to see how the show, see the show. We figured it would be fun, and we were right. Uh, you are confused, my friends. If one of you read the rules for the kobold, why isn't one of you screaming? How was it that both of your brothers were turning into frogs? And if Nerd already saw what happened and knew the rules were charmed, then why did she tell us to read them? Do you suspect us of something? Why would we charm the rules and read them ourselves, or make you read them and put a spell on you? Nerd adjusts her ridiculous helm and strikes a rakish pose. Let's just consider the tentacles. Who else would decide to make everyone else say tentacles, and who else would get caught in their own tentacles just for laughs? You're far-sighted and loud-voiced. I like you. Answer clearly. Did you charm the rules? Why are you picking on us? Our sister is the one who did it. Enough snitching, Luar. You're just jealous that it was Nerd who came up with the idea. 270 XP. And why did you do it? You're so boring. We wanted to, so we did it. Just think how funny it will be. Debates where all the participants are screaming or talking about tentacles or just croaking. Nerd roars with laughter, but we're honest players, so we charmed ourselves too. We wouldn't want an unfair advantage. Okay. Stop this immediately. Release Jubiloss from this spell. Croak. Croak, croak. We just stupid frogs and we understand nothing. Oh, you bastards. Nerd pretends not to hear anything. Dora, I'd say let's leave things as they stand. Tentacles should easily win the debates, even with the word tentacles constantly jumping out of my mouth. We could intimidate them, but he says fuck it, so I say we go with him. Well, I say it's a fine prank. Let everything stay as it is. Amazingly, Jubiloss sighs with relief. Ah, there you are. Glad I found you. I stalled for as long as I could, but now it's time to begin. Let's go quickly. Yeah, I didn't want to do the intimidation check. He said fuck it, and if he's the one that's cursed, why go against him? The host, the hooded creature. Looks mundane, but after looking for time, one might notice the figure's contours tremble and flow, as in a haze. Welcome to the Inconsequent Debates. You can call us the host. We are the reason for all that happens here today. You've read the rules, have you not? Not that there is anything useful in them. We only made up the real rules the day after tomorrow, then forget them and had to make new ones. So it's simple. You want as your reward for us to answer questions. So the competition will involve answering questions. We ask, and one in each triplet answers, and always the same one. The others can only prompt. Let's see. It will be you, little kobold, you, Sir Alfrey, you, Nerd, and you, Dora. Fair enough. Remember one thing. Here at the Inconsequent Debates, there are no right or wrong answers. Every answer has weight, and each will be weighed. Don't choose the lightest one. Your rival might find a heavier argument. And most importantly, light answers are no fun for us. Why are you referring to yourself in the plural, host? You hear laughter emerge from under the hood. You know very well you've met us, Dora, but it was a different us at a different time. For now, be satisfied that we do not wish to disclose ourselves. Well, tell us, why do you creatures from the first world need to organize all this? When the competition asks, those are the rules of the game, right? Fair enough, of course. What can be better than wasting precious tentacles on discovering the motives of the Fae? Each of my tentacles is trembling, awaiting this valuable information. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Let's begin. Begins! The kobold jumps for joy. We are ready, the knight nods resolutely, despite the tentacles. Alright, let's see how tough they have it in the first world. Some of you look so serious, thus we will begin with a question about weighty matters. What can move a mountain? Jubiloss Lindsay, what's your answer? Magic gods, my grandmother. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped my philosophy lessons on the academy. Such problems baffle me. It's not because I can't think of an answer, but because I can think of 1,000 of them at once and don't know where I can hide from them. I hope you are smart enough to see that it's tentacles. Answer its own will. There's at least one mountain with tentacles in the first world. This time it's no joke. Tentacles. Euless, the walking mountain, moves by its own will on tentacles. Its own will and tentacles. No, its own will. Alright, we'll go with Jubiloss. Will. We heard you. What will you say? What will you others say? What can move a mountain? The little kobold frowns desperately. Maybe dragon? Dragon can move mountain. Faith in divine intervention. Do you hear, my faithful tentacles? Faith nourishes us. With devout faith in our tentacles, in a righteous cause, everything is within our tentacles. Nerd Zartenrappel. A teleportation spell. I could probably manage moving a hill or two. In fact, that gives me an idea. Oh, hell. We have heard you, now you hear us. Of course, gods and magic can move mountains, but that answer is good for any question. How can one jump over the house? Magic. How to paint a fence yellow using blue paint? Divine intervention. Such light answers are the weakest. A good answer is its own will. Will and desire lie at the base of all of our emotions, action and decision. If a mountain has a will, it will surely find a way to move. That was an interesting round. Let the next question be heard. I think that means we won that round. Yeah, us. The goal, by the way, is to win more than you lose. The host says, what weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? A secret, a house, or any other property? Pot of soup. Secret sounds good, but let's see what Jubilos has to say. Glory. Say glory. Jubilos stops stress. Obviously waiting for the curse to work. What weakens when owned by many, dies if owned by none? Glory. I say a secret. I think you're wrong on that. I'm going to go with a secret. Let's think about that. All right. Weakens when owned by many, so secret sucks if everyone knows it. Dies if owned by none. Yeah, it's not really a secret if no one else knows it. I mean, well, maybe. I could be wrong on this one. I think I saved before this, so we may have to scum this, guys. But I'm going to go with a secret. Little Kobold looks as if he's about to cry. I don't know this. Maybe it's dragon? This poor guy, man. It's the knight's heart. I swear by my tentacles. It can belong to himself or to his righteous cause or to his greatest tentacles. It can't belong to everybody. VR, look how I can roll my eyes. These guys are really paying attention. Fools, concentrate on the competition. This won't do. We won't accept the answer from the Zottenroppel triplet this round, but you are a spectacular eye roller. Now as for other answers, the heart is not the best answer. Even among knights there are many whose hearts belong to beautiful women and a beloved mother, plus their friends, their commander, their righteous cause, and a delicious lunch. Especially a delicious lunch. And it doesn't seem that those hearts that belong to many grow any weaker. Fair enough. A secret is a good answer. The more souls know it, the less mysterious it is. But without a single bearer, it will die. Your triplet wins the round, Baron. Yeah, bitches. Awesome. Alright. Here, I just did a freaking cabbage patch. Anyway, here the third question. Each of us is born at the same time with a monster. Each day we live, it grows. It can torment, bring us joy, or kill without a single word. What is it? And we have a wisdom check pass, so I think this means we got the right answer. It's our past. So each day we live, it grows. Our past gets bigger every day we grow. It can torment us. So if you're suffering from past traumas, I guess, it can bring us joy, happy memories. Well, it could be memories. Oh shit. Oh, and memories as a choice too. Ah, suck it. Kill without a single word. How the hell does your memory kill you though? And kill you with, how does a past kill you? I'm gonna ask Jubilee, see what he says. Hopefully our wisdom check will still be here. What do you say, GB? I'll only end up saying tentacles, so why ask me? Tentacles is not the answer to the question. I hope you understand tentacles. So if we think logically and flex the tentacles of our mind, the answer must be some property of a living creature. Tentacles. Something that is born with it and grows over its life, just like tentacles. Guess what word I will never ever say again? Tentacles. I mean knowledge. The answer is knowledge. We receive it every tentacles. It can aid us and it can kill. I don't know. I think the fact we got a wisdom pass means we're right here. It's our past. We've heard you. What will the others say? What is the monster? The little kobold grabs his head. Maybe it's dragon? Poor guy. It's curiosity. It is born with us. It grows day by day. It saves us from the bleaching. And if you only knew how many it's killed. I don't know if the answer will do, but the greatest tentacles is the one that lives inside us. We grow a tentacles beast in our soul. We feed it with the wrath, neglect, and tentacles. Eventually it could break free and kill us. But tentacles must admit the same beast gives strength to villains and tentacles. The poison we feed our monster only nourishes them. Interesting answers, except for the dragon. The dragon doesn't count, alas. Curiosity is also insufficient. The monster we describe must by its own nature grow. Many see their curiosity dim over the years. The answer about the inner beast is not bad, but another one surpasses it greatly. The past is the monster we are inseparable with in life, and often in death as well. Each lived moment makes it grow. It contains everything: our aspirations, our ambitions, our knowledge, our success, and our failure. It can be the rock that weighs us down, or the wings on which we soar. But forgive us this example of bad poetry. We declare you, Baron Dora, and your triplet the winners of this round. Boom! One final trial. We will sum up the results. I grow tired of questions. Do you know the game Knight Dragon Snag? The knight defeats the dragon burns the snag, but if the knight walks in the woods... Wait, Knight defeats the dragon. Dragon burns the snag, but if the knight walks in the woods, he will stumble on the snag and die. Okay, so it's rock, paper, scissors, basically. That's why the snag defeats the knight. Okay, so knight beats dragon, dragon beats snag, snag defeats knight. Sounds good. Children's games. Great. These are the inconsequent debates. Why not play a game? So you break up into pairs and yell out your chosen word at the signal. The one who shouts knight defeats the one who shouts dragon. The one who shouts dragon defeats the one who shouts snag. And snag defeats knight. We'll play Sir Alfred against the kobold and Nerd Zottenroppel against the baron. The winners will then play each other. Is the first pair ready? Yell on 3. You know he's going to say dragon. And he's going to say knight, so it's going to be funny. 1, 2, 3. Knight. Dragon! This is all too predictable but charming in a way. The host is obviously enjoying the game. It's a good thing we didn't look ahead. It's much more fun to see it unfold like this. Sir Alfred wins. Now for the second pair. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going against the Narthropples. What the hell are we going to say? Shit. What would she say? I don't want to match hers. So if she says snag, I don't want to say snag. You know what I'm saying? But if she says snag, then dragon's going to beat her. Right? To me, all right, so my logic is this. And I could be completely off on this. So my logic is this. She says snag. I say dragon, I win. If I say dragon, she says dragon, it's a tie. If she says knight, she beats me. But I don't think she'll say knight. I think she'll say snag because snag seems more like a trick. And that's what she's been about lately. Right? So I say we go dragon. Dragon. Dragon, Nerd shouts, performing a spot-on impersonation of the kobold, then falls over laughing. Looks like our own amusement is more important to her than the competition. A tie, let's go again. Ah, shit. Double down. Dragon. Snag. Ah, damn it. Nerd waves her hand. I meant to cheat, but didn't have time to think of how. Screw you. Dragon won. 1-1. The little kobold is happy for you and your dragon as if it were his own victory. Thanks, buddy. So the baron wins. Now the winner against the winner. The baron against the knight. 1, 2, 3. He's going to say knight. We know he's going to say knight, so I might as well say snag, right? Sir Alfred says tentacles. Sir Alfred takes a deep breath with his mighty chest, but then the curse takes over, says tentacles. Realizing how their spell has worked, Nerd and her brothers start roaring with laughter, sometimes sniffling with delight. The host makes a helpless gesture. We cannot but pronounce the baron the winner of this round, and now it's time to announce the winner of the debates. After 4 tests, the triplet of the baron and Sir Jublas wins. It was most amusing, children, but most amusing. You should know that this is rare praise from us. Congratulations, sirs and ladies. I swear by my tentacles it was a worthy struggle. Your triplet performed better than we could have imagined. For that reason, you may ask us not 1 and not 2, but 3 questions. Fuck yeah! They must be asked by the baron, the voice of your triplet. Dora, do you remember? The fate of the no... Jublas suddenly stops talking. He opens his and closes his mouth but makes no sound. Have a silent spell, mate. I love it. Now what's he going to do? Come, brothers, let's run. Nerd, you bitch. Now everything is in your hands, Dora. Think well upon your questions. We will answer honestly, but I don't know is also an honest answer. And about what a host... ask about what a host from the first world might know. So Jublas wanted us to ask about the gnomes, the bleaching. Where's it at? I want to know why the gnomes left the first world. There is the question. We knew it would be asked, but a simple answer, a light answer, has no value, right? We hope our debates convince you of this. That is why we present to you another question, a good one, a valuable one. Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It will be easy to find if you read who opened the road for the ancient dead man. And his black feathered messenger, the second is a dozen times in a dozen, and is thrice the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now, it's not time yet. Wait until he who is born twice will twice be defeated. Put the 2 numbers together. When the moon leaves her path near the waters of the Candlemere, find the one who will open the secret. A heap of senseless mumble instead of a first walk the road, then you may accuse us of being senseless, but in the end you won't. So again, thank God all that's, by the way, stored in the game. We don't have to remember that shit. But for those of you that haven't done this part, just so you know, that puzzle refers to a variety of things that are going to happen to us in the future. The Fae can see the future, so can these jackasses, apparently. So they know this is going to happen to us. So if we follow down the roads, so to speak, and do all the paths that are necessary to unlock that story, Jubilos will piece it together and say, hey, you remember that friggin' puzzle? And that's when his quest continues. So this is Jubilos' quest, by the way, as one of your helpers, one of your friends. So, so now we have 2 more questions. Oh, we can ask about the bloom. I want to know why you organized this. Who gives a shit? Well, I want to know who my love is, with whom I'm bound to tie my lot. Oh, suck it. I want to know how to gain power and immortality. Any suggestions for a good pet name? Oh, I got to do that one last. So do I want power and immortality? I want to know about the bloom. I guess it's the bloom I really want to know about, right? I want to know about this affliction, the bloom that fell on my barony. Oh, that's an easy one. Or is it? Once a very powerful creature from the first world unwisely provoked the rage of those who are 100-fold mightier. She was cursed and sent here to Galarian, to the Stolen Lands. Without going into too much detail, her curse afflicts the locals as well. To put it simply, your troubles will not cease until you've dealt with this uninvited guest. Anyway, we have discussed this further in your tomorrow and my yesterday. Well, all right. I want to know what a good pet name is. Any suggestions for a good pet name? Host laughs. Your children can be so funny. A pet name, you say? If it's a horse, call it Herring. Always give your horse a fish name. That's awesome. Call it. So let me explain to you why this is so funny to me. Okay, so because they said fish, it's not that's funny. I had a friend back in the day when I was in college, and explained the guy first. Okay, so Carl was his name. Amazing guy. If you ever met Carl looked like how can I explain this? If you looked at him, you could totally picture him being an astronaut. He has that chin, that bearing. His chest is always up. He stands like a freaking stick, man. Dude is badass. I met him in undergrad in Illinois. Dude was awesome. And the way he talked, it's hard to explain, but it was commanding, right? Carl was funny, though, because Carl had an amazing sense of humor. And I remember one day he was talking to some woman on campus, and we were just chit-chatting, and he mentioned something about, he just got a pet fish. And it was because he's an attractive man. Of course, this woman's interested in him, so of course she's feigning interest in everything he says. So of course she wants to know the name of the fish, because who would give a shit about the name of his fish? But she was curious, so she asked him what the fish's name was, and he, without batting an eye, he said Underwater Carl. Which, if you're gonna name your fish anything, why not? I don't know. It struck me as funny. Anyway, on to our story. Always give your horse a fish name. That was your final question. We have we have the answer, and yet we don't. But what an adventure, Dora. We will have to discuss this further on our return to the capital. Boom. Farewell, Dora. We almost forgot. The host turns to the kobold. You little creature, you didn't win, but you managed to make us laugh. Do you want to come with us? No promises you'll turn into a dragon, but still. The kobold jumps for joy, then carefully asks, pointing at his jerboas, take my friends? Yes? All right, fine, the hooded creature laughs. Listen, all, the inconsequent debates are now closed. We spare all of you the effects of Zottenroppel tricks and bid you farewell. Tentacles. Well, all right. We have to talk to the Juby when we get back. There is, I don't think, a damn thing here, but that don't mean I'm not going to check it out, just to make sure.
I'm off.
Underwater Carl. I haven't thought about that fish for years, man. That's hilarious. Wonder what that dude is doing these days. He was a funny dude.
I'm there.
He wasn't the best student either. I can't remember that. He was like a solid C/B student. He did a good job. He just knew it wasn't his thing, the classes that he was taking. So hopefully he's doing well. Anyway, I think let's talk to Juby and Lindsay while we're here. Debates the Fae and their mysteries, and most importantly, we don't have to fight anyone. I like this adventure. The Fae are no match to my ingenuity and your tentacles, sir.
Follow
Tentacles.
if you dare.
Oh, wow. I don't know why they give us the option of picking up more people. And it's been about another hour, so I think I won't get to the overland map. We'll cut the video, so give me a quick mow here, guys. Let's see here. What are we doing from here? I mean, obviously we need to talk to Juby when we get back home. Now let's cut the video here. I'll be right back.